guys. So what I want to do really quickly is, since we're talking about collage, I want to talk about how you can make a quick sketch collage in your Brushes Redux. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we're connected to the internet, because you're going to be doing a Google search in a few minutes. What we want to do, in your head, be thinking about images that you want to collage, because when we do our Google search, that's what we're going to do. We're going to look for some of those images, and I'll show you how to do that. We want to make just a regular sort of run-of-the-mill background for our painting. So we're going to go ahead and open up Brushes Redux, and we are going to first start a new painting, and we want to make sure that we are in landscape mode, and choose the iPad Pro resolution because it's the biggest resolution, which will give you a big painting. So if your box says iPad Pro and it's in the landscape orientation, if you don't know how to fix that, if you just tap the little canvas there with the blue paint, tapping it will rotate. You can also press the little arrow. If you see that, create, and then tap back to the gallery, touch on the word painting, and you want to go ahead and type in your first name and then your teacher name. I'm just going to put my last name because I'm a teacher. And then tap on the white box to open it back up. So what we want to do is we want to think about, what does our background look like? Think about, you've looked at Salvador Dali's paintings, so forth and so on. They're very plain, so he has maybe a dark blue sky, a light blue sky, and if you're going to do blue, like I'm going to do blue, pick that, and then in the color wheel here, so I've slid over to blue, I'm going to do sort of like a teal turquoise. Make sure this circle here is all the way up in the upper right hand corner. Make sure that this slider is all the way over. You don't want a transparent color. And then what you want to do is just move your size slider over, zoom out, and just fill the whole paper, the whole canvas with a color. Okay. Now we want to make a horizon line, so we want to think about what color do we want the ground to be. If you want to, let's say you want to do like a sandy beach type of theme. So I'm going to move over to, and you can do a different color. You could do green grass or something like that. I'm going to move over to the red orange color, and I'm going to make a tint of that by, remember these are the tints, so any color mixed with white, these are the shades again. I'm going to move over to the tints, and I'm going to keep my size slider, and I'm just going to swipe my finger, just slide across to make that sand. Now you see it's a little rough at the edge here, so here's how we're going to fix that. If I take my size slider and just move down to say 60, I can zoom in and kind of clean that edge up, and there won't be so much ruffle. So, and you can make it more uneven if you want it to be hilly or whatever. Okay. So this is my background. You can add more to it if you want. If you want to put some clouds up in there, you can move over to white and make some clouds up in here. Whatever, but try not to add very much detail at all. So maybe nothing really more than this. Now we're going to leave this painting here, and we're going to go to Google. So you guys don't have the Google app, so you'll just use Safari. So I'll just use Safari as well, Safari. And if you're connected to the internet, then you're good. So make sure you're at google.com. Let's say I want to use an animal. Maybe I want a giraffe. Okay, what you want to type in, you don't want just a photo of a giraffe, because a photo is going to have a background to it. You just want the giraffe. Think of a sticker, and that's sort of like what a collage is. It's like you're making your own stickers. So think of like a sticker, and here's what you type in to get a picture like that. You're going to type in giraffe, transparent background. You see it comes up automatically in Google. And then you get some images. So tap on an image, and you see, usually and not always, you can tell if an image has a transparent background because it'll come up with this checkerboard background. So we're going to try this giraffe here, And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down on the giraffe, save image. That's going to save it to my photos, okay? Let's think of some other things that we can add. And we're being surrealists here, so let's think of something crazy. So maybe octopus, transparent background again, okay? Let's see what we get. All right, so tap on it. Now, like I said a moment ago, you don't always know if these really have transparent backgrounds until you go to stick them on your painting, because I've encountered a few of these images that have the checkerboard background, which usually indicates that they're transparent backgrounds, and then you stick them on your picture and it's not. No big deal, you just go back to Google and you look for another one until you find one that works. Right, so I've got two animals here, and of course I'm going to want to add more things to it, but two is enough for this demonstration. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to multitask back to brushes, and now I've got my background here. So what I want to do is I want to add those photos. So in the upper right hand corner you will see there's a photos button, and you can see it opens up my photos. So I'm going to go to my camera roll, and there's my giraffe. So let's start. Now we know here this giraffe definitely does have a transparent background because he's coming up with nothing in the background. Now this part is the fun part. You can make him really teeny tiny standing up on the cloud, or you can make him really large down here on the ground, trolloping around, or whatever giraffes do. And then accept when you got it where you want it. And you can add more than one. So let's say there's another giraffe. There's a giraffe family. There's one right there. Maybe a little bit higher up on the horizon, so it looks like she's walking behind. Maybe that's the baby and that's the mom. Now let's add this octopus in here and get really crazy, real surreal. Okay, now the octopus here, he's turned facing to the left. Well, I don't really want that. I want him to be facing towards the giraffe. I'm going to pretend like this is a flying monster octopus and he's chasing the giraffes across the plains of Africa or something like that. Something weird. If you look down at the bottom, there's two buttons. One says flip horizontally, one says flip vertically. If I press flip horizontally, it spins him around. So now I can put him up here like he's, flying in from somewhere, and he's gonna get the giraffe. So there he is. So there's our octopus. And another thing you can do is you can take your fingers, two fingers, hold them down, and you can spin the image around, so you can rotate it basically. So let's say he's like this. He's like raw. All right. So there's my giraffe, and then just hit accept. Okay. So think of some things that you want to add, some surrealist things that you want to add, and play with this a little bit. And you can take things and you can take things away. You could add them. If I want to take the octopus away, I just have to hit undo, and he goes away. Undo again, there goes my baby giraffe. Redo, bring them back, all that sort of thing. Play around with this a little bit. You can even do something really crazy and have flying food. Maybe the giraffes have stolen the octopus's cheeseburgers, and that's why he's flying around chasing them. Maybe he's not really an evil octopus. Maybe the giraffes are evil cheeseburger thieves, right? And you can add a whole bunch of those. All right.